Good afternoon and welcome back to the Maverick Baking Kitchen. Today we're taking part in another Scottish Girl Tries blank countries snacks. If you're one of my lovely Polish viewers, keep your eyes peeled for a new instalment of Scottish Girl Tries Polish chocolate or something else on Fat Thursday. Today we're going to be tasting food from a land a little bit closer to my home of Scotland. We're going to be tasting Cornish snacks. Now, Cornwall is a very old county in the southwest of England. They even have their own language there, apparently. I don't know how widespread it is spoken, but it's a fairly kind of independent chunk of England, I think. I've never been there. The furthest south I've ever been in the UK is London. So a lovely girl named Jessica got in touch with me on Instagram and wanted to kind of do a snack swap. So I sent her a gorgeous box full of all my favourite Scottish snacks and she sent me one of all her favourite Cornish snacks. The box she sent was absolutely packed full of stuff. I'm really excited to try it. One of the first things was this Cornish cider, so I think I'm just going to open that and drink it as a little palate cleanser between each snack. It's a gorgeous kind of label and bottle. It's a very big bottle. So I'm not a huge cider drinker. Gin is usually my first alcoholic beverage of choice, but this smells very good. It smells nice and appley. Let's give it a taste. Now, I'm no expert, but that's very good. It's quite sweet, actually. Some ciders can be quite sour or quite acidic. That's got a really nice sweetness. Basically just an alcoholic apple juice. That's a 4 out of 5. Let's try some actual snacks now. The first snack that I discovered upon opening this great big box she sent me was the Ginster's Cornish Pasty. Now, you can buy Ginster's products up here in Scotland, but I think it's more along the lines of kind of steak pies or chicken bakes and other kind of Scottish catered foods. So this is an actual Cornish pasty. So for anyone who is unfamiliar with what a pasty is, this is minced British beef with potato, onion and swede. Scottish viewers will know that as turnip or neep, and it is distinctly seasoned with pepper and wrapped in a light puff pastry. So I'm going to heat this up because I think that's the best way to eat this. It's a cool kind of shape. My Polish viewers might think this looks like a giant pierogi. It smells very meaty, it smells gorgeous. It smells like a good steak pie or something like that. So I don't really have time to preheat my oven and heat it up that way. It does have instructions to microwave it and I'm not fussy, so let's do that. Be right back. Okay, so I have heated up the pasty in the microwave. It is now very hot. Jessica, who was kind enough to send this to me, sent me a big kind of long note to tell me a bit more about each product, and she says that these are best enjoyed hot with a squirt of ketchup. So that's what we'll do. Also, I know these are probably traditionally supposed to be eaten with your hands, but it is really hot. So I'm gonna try a little bit with a fork. Inside, you can see that we have all that kind of chunky minced beef, we have some potato, some onion, some neep. Cheers. Oh hell yeah. So while I think obviously if you did this in the oven the pastry would be crisper, the pastry's buttery, the mince is savoury, you can taste the black pepper in there, the potato and the turnip kind of help bulk it out. It's got a gorgeous thick kind of satisfying texture. The flavour reminds me a little bit of shepherd's pie or cottage pie, and it is absolutely delicious. An easy 4 out of 5. Okay, so let's move on to the other kind of savoury food that she packaged up for me. And that, going along a similar theme, are these Cornish pasty crisps. They kind of just smell of potatoes. Oh, very oniony. I don't know if I would guess that it was supposed to taste just like that. It might be a bit unfair to taste these having just tasted the real thing. They're decent crisps. The idea is cute. 3 out of 5. I can see myself coming back for another bite of this between each and every snack I have. Let's move on to some sweet foods. Okay, next I think I'm going to move on to this crispy bacon and maple syrup popcorn. So this is from Portal Bay Popcorn, hand popped in Devon. If my English geography isn't as terrible as I remember it being, I think Devon is the county just to the east of Cornwall, so still southwest England, West England, but a little bit more to the east. There's a definite lovely fresh popcorn smell with a little bit of that maple syrup kind of scent in there, but there's also something distinctly meaty in there too. Let's see how this is. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Very, very smoky. A very rich, smoky, savoury flavour. And you don't really get the sweetness until afterwards. It definitely reminds me of bacon and maple syrup, if we're talking smoked bacon. It's not my favourite flavour. I think there's something in my head that's finding it weird that popcorn tastes a bit meaty. If you like bacon, or you like the combination of bacon and maple syrup, I think you would love this. It's not for me, but it's a good product. It's a 3 out of 5. So we have 3 products left in this kind of box of Cornish snacks. Next up, I'm going to try these Cornish yeast buns. So these are from Rose, or Rouse, I would probably say Rose. These are very dense. They kind of look like hot cross buns, but it feels really quite weighty and dense. So I'm not really sure what to expect from these. I expected these to smell kind of sweet and spiced, like a hot cross bun or some kind of fruity tea cake or something like that, but this, it almost just smells like a bread roll. So it is definitely a very dense kind of bread roll thing here. You can see that it's quite firm. Let's get some butter on there. Good thing I already have baking supplies looked out for later on. A Cornish yeast bun. The taste is kind of closer to what I expected. Though it didn't smell very sweet, it's a definite sweet flavour thanks to those dried fruits. It's almost more like a scone than I expected because it's so dense. Though it's good, it's not the best kind of bakery product I've ever had. But I would recommend trying them if you ever see them. It's a 4 out of 5. Next, I'm going to try another product from this baker that's called Rose. And these are their Easter biscuits. Now, I've heard of Easter biscuits. Traditionally, they're eaten at Easter. Who'd have thought it? But I've never tasted them, I've never made them. So they are light, crunchy biscuits with currants, mixed spice, and sugar. All sounds great. So let's get it open. Ooh, they're very big. Okay, so this is what they look like. Big, but fairly thin biscuits. They smell lovely. Smell of kind of cinnamon, cloves, ginger. You can tell it's gonna be nice and sweet because of that sugar. You can see that it's quite light because it's full of little kind of aerated holes, and we can see those currants. Ooh. Let's give it a taste. So it is light, it's crunchy. You can taste those spices. You can taste that it's nice and buttery. The currants add a nice kind of crunch and extra sweetness. But the problem I have with a lot of commercially made biscuits is that I believe Scotland is home to the best biscuit of them all, shortbread. So any kind of biscuit I taste, I will always compare to shortbread because shortbread is light and rich, it's crumbly, it's buttery, it's the best biscuit. So this is good, but it's not shortbread. The spices are nice, texture's good, flavor's good. It's another 4 out of 5. So the final product in this gorgeous selection of Cornish snacks is going to be this buttermilk, cranberry and orange fudge. So again, you can buy products from this brand in Scotland, but I've only ever seen them in kind of posh supermarkets like Sainsbury's. So I'm quite excited to try this. We have a bag of some nice big chunky, irregular, rustic pieces of fudge, which we always like. Wow. So there's an immediate orangey smell as soon as you get this open. Let me just show you that close up if I can. So you can see that it's nice and smooth. You can see that there's chunks of those dried cranberries in there. Let's give it a go. Wow. Major punch of orange flavour. A nice kind of natural orange oil or orange zest kind of flavour, nothing artificial. The cranberries add a nice extra bit of sweetness, nice bit of texture. The fudge is smooth, but also has a little bit of crumbliness to it, which is quite nice. Some fudge you can just put in your mouth and it just kind of immediately melts and dissolves into pure sugar. but this actually has a kind of bit of body to it. Obviously, because it's fudge and it's almost pure sugar and butter, you would only ever really need one little chunk at a time, but the flavor is definitely there, texture's there, it's delicious. That's a 5 out of 5. And that is it for all of our Cornish products. So this was great fun. I really hope that Jessica enjoys her snacks. You can find her on Instagram if you want to see what she got in her big box from me. If you guys enjoyed this video and you would like to see similar kind of snack swaps or reviews, let me know in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to just beat up and abuse that like button, the subscribe button, and the bell so you don't miss anything. In the meantime, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.